Dear students, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Today is the third lecture from unit number 1 of grade 10. I am your teacher Muhammad Awais Kashmiri. Dear students, first we take a review of previous two lectures. In the first lecture, we discussed the following 4 points. Number 1, simplicity and humility. We discussed the difference between simplicity and humility. The second point that we discussed was behavior of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in public gatherings. So, how did he behave? So, he behaved in an equal manner. So, the third point was equality among us, means no difference on the basis of color, caste, and creed. Muhammad Sallallahu taught us that there is no difference among us on the basis of color, caste, and creed. The fourth point that we discussed was importance of simplicity. Muhammad said simplicity is the part of our faith. In the second lecture, we discussed the following 4 points. That simple life, Muhammad led a very simple life and taught us that we should also lead a very simple life. Etiquettes of life, Muhammad taught us about the etiquettes of life and we discussed a few examples. The third thing that we discussed was importance to everyone. Muhammad always gave importance to everyone. No one felt inferior in his companionship. The fourth point that we discussed was respect for elders and guests. Muhammad always respected elders and guests. Like when his foster mother came to him, he used to stand for her and used to spread his sheet for her. And similarly, Muhammad always stood for the guests. So, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss another 3 points. Number 1, behavior with daughter, mean women, love for daughter. That how Muhammad taught us that how we should treat the woman. The second point that we will discuss would be equal to all, no prominence. Muhammad always dealt everyone equally and also showed himself as an equal part of them. There was no prominence among the companions of Muhammad and Muhammad. He always showed equality. The third point that we will discuss would be lifestyle of Muhammad and lessons for us. That from the lifestyle of Muhammad what we learn. So these will be the 3 points that we will discuss today. Now we are coming towards the first point. Similarly, Hazrat Aisha has narrated. Hazrat Aisha रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा said, इसी तरह हज़रत आयशा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा ने फरमाया, I have never encountered anyone, I have never faced anyone, I have never come across anyone, means मैंने कभी भी ऐसे शख्स का सामना नहीं किया that had emulated, that had equal the Rasul Sallallahu in manner, that I have never met any person who was equal in habits, likeness, love and speech and in talking more than Fatima. Means Hazrat Aisha said, I have never met any person who was equal in habits, in love, and in talking styles, means in communication, better than Fatima. Means Fatima was very much close to Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. आयशा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा फरमाती हैं, मेरा कभी भी किसी ऐसे शख्स से सामना नहीं हुआ जो मामलात मतलब आदाब ज़िंदगी, पसंदीदगी और बातचीत में रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का हज़रत फ़ातिमा की तरह बराबरी कर सके. मीन्स ही वॉज superb example that who was following Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I am repeating. इसी तरह हज़रत आयशा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा फरमाती हैं, मेरा कभी भी किसी ऐसे शख्स से सामना नहीं हुआ जो आदाब ज़िंदगी, पसंदीदगी और बातचीत में रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का हज़रत फ़ातिमा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा की तरह बराबरी कर सके. I am moving forward. When she came in to visit him, means whenever Hazrat Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha came towards Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he got up. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood to welcome her. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam stood for her, took her by the hand, means picked her by the hand, kissed her, and made her sit where he was sitting. Means Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam always gave importance to Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha, always gave importance to daughter, always gave importance to women. That whenever Hazrat Fatima radiallahu ta'ala anha came towards Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to stand for her and gave her the seat where Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting. When she came in to visit him, जब भी वो आप सल्लम से मिलने आई, he got up, वो खड़े हो गए, to welcome her, उनको खुशामदीद कहने, took her by the hand, उनको हाथ से पकड़ा, kissed her, उनको चूमा, and made her sit where he was sitting, और उनको वहाँ पर बिठा दिया जहाँ वो खुद बैठे हुए थे. जब वो उनसे मुलाकात के लिए तशरीफ़ ले जाती, वो रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम उठकर उनका इस्तकबाल करते, हाथ पकड़ते, उनसे प्यार करते और उन्हें वहाँ बिठाते जहाँ वो खुद बैठे थे. And when he went to visit her, similarly, when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam visited Hazrat Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she got up to welcome him. Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha stood to welcome Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, took him by the hand, means picked him by the hand, kissed him, loved him, and made him sit where she was sitting. Similarly, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha always repeated the same thing for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Whenever Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam visited her, she stood for Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, loved him, and gave them seat where she was sitting. Similarly, and when he went to visit her, और जब कभी मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम उनके पास गए, she got up to welcome him, वो खड़ी हो गई उनको खुशामदीद कहने, took him by the hand, उनको हाथ से पकड़ा, kissed him, उनसे प्यार किया, and made him sit where she was sitting, और उनको वहाँ बिठा दिया जहाँ वो खुद बैठी हुई थी. और जब वो उनसे मुलाकात के लिए तशरीफ़ ले जाते, वो उनके एहतराम में खड़ी हो जाती, उनका दस्त मुबारक पकड़ती, उनसे प्यार करती और उन्हें वहाँ बिठाती जहाँ वो खुद बैठी होती. In the first point we discussed that how Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam loved daughter, or how his daughter loved him. So Islam teaches us to love daughter. And similarly, teaches us to love women, to love daughter, to love women. So, the second point that we will discuss would be that how we are equal, how Muhammad SAW always showed equality towards his companions. He avoided sitting at prominent place in a gathering. Muhammad SAW always avoided sitting at a place where he looked visible, where he looked prominent to the people. Means he always remained equal to the people in different assemblies, in different gatherings. Muhammad SAW didn't sit at the place where he looked prominent. So much so that people coming in had difficulty in spotting him and had to ask who the Rasul ﷺ was. Muhammad ﷺ used to sit at such place with his companions and didn't ever sit at prominent places. And what happened when people came in? So they could not find Muhammad ﷺ, that who is Muhammad ﷺ and where is he. हुजूम में वो नुमाया जगह बैठने से इज्तनाब करते, हुजूम में वो नुमाया जगह बैठने से इज्तनाब करते, so much so that people coming in had difficulty in spotting him and had to ask who the Rasul ﷺ was. और उन्हें जब लोग उनसे मिलने आते उन्हें पूछना पड़ता कि रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम कौन हैं, कि इनमें से रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम कौन से हैं। आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम हमेशा अपने सहाबा के बराबर बैठते, तो बाहर से अगर कोई बंदा नया आता तो वो नहीं पहचान सकता था कि मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम कौन से हैं, तो फिर उनको पूछना पड़ता था। Once Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was traveling with his companions. Once Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going somewhere with his friends, with his followers, and when it was time to have the food prepared, so when it was the time to eat something, to prepare something to eat, he asked them to slaughter a sheep. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to his companion that cut a sheep, that slaughter a sheep. Once Muhammad ﷺ was traveling somewhere with his companions, so when it was the time to prepare something to eat, Muhammad ﷺ said to his companions that cut a sheep. Once Hazrat Muhammad ﷺ was traveling with his companions, एक दफ़ा आप ﷺ अपने साथियों के साथ कहीं सफ़र कर रहे थे, and when it was time to have the food prepared, और जब खाना तैयार करने का वक्त आया, he asked them to slaughter a sheep. उन्होंने उनसे कहा कि वो एक भेड़ ज़बह करें। एक दफ़ा आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम अपने साथियों के साथ कहीं सफ़र कर रहे थे, तो जब खाना खाने का वक्त आया तो आप सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने अपने साथियों से कहा कि वो भेड़ ज़बह करें। A man said, means one companion said, I will slaughter it, I'll cut it. उनमें से एक साथी ने कहा कि मैं इसे ज़बह करूँगा। Another one said, the second companion said, I'll skin it out. Mean I'll skin it out mean कि मैं इसका चमड़ा उतार दूँगा। I'll remove its skin. A third one said, a third companion said, I will cook it. I will cook it. मैं इसे पकाऊंगा. So the Rasul of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, तो अल्लाह के रसूल सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम ने फरमाया, I'll collect wood for fire. Mean I'll gather wood for fire. मैं आग के लिए लकड़ियाँ जमा करूँगा. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed equality to his companions, that I am equal to you people in all the activities. They said, उन्होंने कहा, no, we'll suffice you that work. Suffice means enough, mean हम आपकी जगह ये काम करने के लिए काफ़ी हैं। We'll suffice you that work, हम आपकी जगह ये काम कर लेंगे। I know that you can do it for me. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, I know you can do it for me, that I know you people can do this for me, but I had to be privileged. Means Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam showed hatred towards entitlement, towards prominence. So Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, I had being entitled, being prominent, मुझे नमाया होने से नफरत है। Allah hates to see a slave of his, means Allah hates such a person privileged to others, who is prominent to others. So went and collected firewood. Allah hates to see slave of his privilege to others, means Allah hated such person who keep themselves prominent, who say that we are prominent. अल्लाह ऐसे बंदों से नफरत करता है जो खुद को नुमायाँ रखते हैं. So he went and collected firewood. So Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went and gathered woods for fire. तो मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम गए और उन्होंने आग के लिए लकड़ियाँ जमा की. So the first point that we discussed was love for daughter, love for women, and the second point that we discussed that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam always remained equal to his companions. Now we are going towards the third point, that lifestyle of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and lessons for us. A few points are discussed in this paragraph. Our beloved Rasul Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was endowed with impeccable qualities from which we can learn a lot to improve our lifestyle. Our beloved Rasul, our loving messenger, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was endowed. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was given with impeccable qualities, means with special qualities from which we can learn a lot to improve our lives, means from which we can learn a lot of things to bring improvement, to bring betterment in our lives. Our beloved Rasul Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was endowed with impeccable qualities. हमारे नबी हज़रत मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को आला दर्जे की खूबियाँ अता की गई थी, from which जिनसे we can learn a lot to improve our lifestyle, जिनसे हम अपनी ज़िंदगी गुजारने के तर्ज़ अमल के लिए बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं. हमारे प्यारे नबी सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम को बहुत सारी खूबियाँ अता की गई थी, जिससे हम अपनी ज़िंदगी गुजारने के तर्ज़ अमल के लिए बहुत कुछ सीख सकते हैं. Humbleness means humility, and simplicity and simpleness were some of his many qualities. Means humbleness and simplicity were his qualities, from a number of qualities. From a few qualities, these were the prominent qualities. सादगी और आजिज़ी उनकी खूबियों में से चंद थीं. सादगी और आजिज़ी उनकी खूबियों में से चंद थीं. By adopting the sunnah of simplicity and humility, means by adopting these two qualities, we can eradicate, we can finish the social evils. Means by adopting the sunnah of these two qualities, we can kill a few social evils like ostentation, means fleshiness. Ostentation, fleshiness. Haughtiness, means we can remove narcissism. What is narcissism? Haughtiness, only love for yourself, that I love myself, no other body is equal to me. Arrogance means superiority, and pride is also sort of ego. By adopting the sunnah of simplicity and humility, we can eradicate the social evils. इन दो सुन्नतों पर अमल यानी आजिज़ी और इनकिसारी पर अमल करते हुए हम माशरती मसाइल को, माशरती बुराइयों को ख़त्म कर सकते हैं। कैसी माशरती बुराइयों को? लाइक ऑस्टेंटेशन, शेखी, हॉटीनेस, खुद को यानी खुद पसंदी को, एरोगेंस, तकब्बर को, एंड प्राइड और फ़ख्र को। इन इनकिसारी और आजिज़ी पर अमल करते हुए हम बहुत सारी माशरती बुराइयों जैसा कि शेखी, खुद पसंदी, तकब्बर और फ़ख्र को ख़त्म कर सकते हैं। Regrettably means sadly, we squander, we consume our hard-earned resources means by sadly it is said that we consume our most of the resources, our most of the opportunities on unwanted luxurious items means on unnecessary things simply to gratify means simply to show our sense of pride, our sense of ego and superiority over others. By sadly it is said that the things that we earn hardly, we use our resources unnecessarily on relaxing things. For what? Just to show that we are better than others. I am repeating it. We squander, हम खर्च करते हैं, our hard earned resources, अपने सख्त मेहनत से कमाए हुए ज़रियों को, on unwanted luxurious items, गैर ज़रूरी पुरताइश चीज़ों पर, simply मुख्तसरन to gratify our sense of pride, किस लिए खर्च करते हैं? दूसरों पर अपनी शान और शौकत ज़ाहिर करने के लिए, एंड सुपीरियरिटी और बर्तरी हासिल करने के लिए, और अदर दूसरों पर। काबिल अफसोस बात यह है कि हम सख्त मेहनत से कमाए हुए ज़राए गैर ज़रूरी अयाशियों, गैर मुल्की अशिया पर ख़र्च करते हैं। गैर ज़रूरी अयाशियों और आरामदेह अशिया पर ख़र्च करते हैं। किस लिए? सिर्फ़ और सिर्फ अपनी झूठी शान और एहसास बर्तरी और दूसरों पर जताने के लिए। सिर्फ़ और सिर्फ अपनी झूठी शान और एहसास बर्तरी और दूसरों पर जताने के लिए। मीन्स वी शुड keep ourselves away from these social evils like ostentation, haughtiness, arrogance and pride, etc. Muhammad sallallahu always kept himself away from such social evils. These were not the parts of his personality. If we make simplicity and humility a part of our personality, means if the simplicity and humbleness is the part of our personality, our social behavior will be considerate and genuine. Means our social manner will be thoughtful and pure. If we make simplicity and humility a part of our personality, अगर हम सादगी और इनकिसारी को अपनी शख्सियत का हिस्सा बना लें, our social behavior will be considerate, हमारा माशरती रवैया अक्लमंदाना होगा, and genuine और हकीकी होगा। अगर हम सादगी और इनकिसारी को अपनी शख्सियत का हिस्सा बना लें तो हमारा माशरती रवैया अक्लमंदाना और हकीकी होगा। Our happiness will be unadulterated, means absolute, fine, asli, and we will not recoil our heads, and we will not degrade ourselves, we will not keep our heads down in pride, in ego, but bow them, लेकिन उन्हें झुकाएंगे, but keep them down in humility and affection, in humbleness, and in love. If we make simplicity and humility a part of our personality, means if we are making humility and simplicity as the part of our personality, our social manner will be thoughtful and pure, and we will not degrade ourselves, we will not keep ourselves down in ego, but we will keep ourselves down with humbleness and with love, and it will be giving us respect. If वी मेक सिंप्लिसिटी एंड ह्यूमिलिटी ए पार्ट ऑफ आवर पर्सनैलिटी, अगर हम सादगी और इनकसारी को अपनी शख्सियत का हिस्सा बनाते हैं, और सोशल बिहेवियर विल बी कंसिडरेट एंड जेन्युइन, हमारा माशरती रवैया अक्लमंदाना और हकीकी होगा, और हैप्पीनेस विल बी अनएडल्ट्रेटेड एंड वी विल नॉट रिकॉइल आवर हेड्स इन प्राइड, हमारी खुशी असली होगी और हम गुरूर की वजह से अपना सर नीचे नहीं रखेंगे, बट बोर देम इन ह्यूमिलिटी एंड अफेक्शन, बल्कि हमारा सर मोहब्बत और शफकत की वजह से नीचे रहेगा. So dear students, today we discussed 3 main points, and these points were behavior with daughter, that how Muhammad ﷺ behaved with his daughter in very loving and caring way, and always remained to stand for her whenever she came. Equal to all prominence, Muhammad ﷺ always remained prominent, always remained Muhammad ﷺ never remained prominent among his companions. He always remained equal to his companions. He always remained equal to his companions. And a story is, we have read a story that Muhammad ﷺ, when traveled with his friends, so when there was the time of eating something, Muhammad ﷺ took a duty that he will collect woods for fire. And similarly, lifestyle of Muhammad ﷺ and lessons for us, Muhammad ﷺ taught us that how to live and which are the major things that we should keep ourselves away from them, like ostentation, haughtiness, arrogance, pride, etc. And we are equal to each other, and we should keep ourselves away from these evils. Now we are taking review of the whole unit, that what we have learned in the whole unit. So we have learned 11 points in this unit. In first lecture we learned that simplicity and what is simplicity and what is humility. In the second lecture we discussed behavior of Muhammad ﷺ in public gathering. The second point was behavior of Muhammad ﷺ in public gathering, equality among us, no difference on the basis of color, caste and creed, and importance of simplicity. Muhammad ﷺ said it is the part of your faith. And Muhammad ﷺ led a very simple life and set an example for us. Etiquettes of life, Muhammad ﷺ taught us a number of etiquettes of life, means he is the complete code of life. Importance to everyone, Muhammad ﷺ always gave importance to everyone. Whenever someone came towards him, Muhammad ﷺ gave importance to him. Whenever or wherever someone is talking, Muhammad ﷺ gave importance to him. Respect for elders and guests, Muhammad ﷺ always showed respect for elders and guests and used to stand for them. In today's lecture we discussed behavior with daughter. So we have discussed in detail equal to all, no prominence. Muhammad ﷺ always showed that he is equal to all the people and there is no prominence among them. Lifestyle of Muhammad ﷺ and lessons for us. Muhammad ﷺ set a simple lifestyle for us and liked to have such lifestyle. Dear students, what is the homework for you people today? So the homework, we have 4 questions. The question number 1, how we should treat our daughters, a woman. Second question, how did Muhammad ﷺ keep himself equal to his companions? So we have learnt about it. The third point, how social evils can be eradicated. So you have to give me a solution that how we can remove these social evils. So we have learned this. The question number 4, what is the main idea of the unit? You have to write these 4 answers and send them to me. Thank you so much.